This one works.
Stand up as we salute the flag. They're in trouble now.
One moment, please. Okay. Pledge
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay, roll call, Darlene Eisenhart.
Here.
Nate Vaughn.
Here.
Rich. Rich Gorse is excused, Rich Dimitri is out, Joe LaFiandra.
Here.
And Eric Merritt. Here. Okay, we have a quorum. We will begin. First up, we'll move the minutes to the end of the meeting. Ian and Heather Bishop, 755 Route 4455.
Hello.
Come on
Come
up.
on up. Okay. Like I told you before, we're new here, so we don't know what we're doing.
And thank you everyone for your patience while we figured out a way to get into the building tonight. Okay, so we received your application.
Yes.
Our engineer has reviewed what he has to go by. And did you get a copy of it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I did. I tried to come prepared. I tried to come prepared.
So this is an application for a Class 2 home occupation. You have two different types. Class 2 home occupations are a special use in your code. So we received, I just have the description there, they're special use. They'll be reviewed under Chapter 11028. We received a letter from the code enforcement officer stating that the project will not, because of the storage containers, it says it will not be submitted to the planning board. I just found that confusing. Your application, yeah, so the last paragraph is, because your application will not be sent to the planning board for their review, your application is hereby denied as written. And that has to do with the presence of cargo containers, overseas type containers that are on this site that aren't permitted. But somehow you ended up here anyway, but I just wanted to bring that out, that there's a conflict there, that the application is written will not be sent to the planning board. So we'll need to get that updated. The map should probably be revised to show those cargo containers to be removed, or maybe they have to be removed while we're processing this, but you need to check with the code enforcement officer on how we're gonna move forward with this, because it specifically says will not. A special use permit will require a public hearing once the project is ready. There needs to, I know you submitted the aerial there, and the code does allow for submission of sketch plans for home occupations.
Okay.
It looks like the use is an allowable home occupation under the town code, which is stated in the code enforcement's letter. Access to the landscape trailers, there's a depiction of 3 landscape trailers on the sketch plan,
Yes.
and it looks like they're just on the lawn now or something.
Yeah, there was like a previous concrete pad that was already there, so I just have them, they're parked over there.
The property that we bought 6 years ago on there was originally 2 trailers, and they took the 1 trailer off before I bought it. So it's like the concrete is from so we were trying to make it look neat and nice. And we weren't sure if it was, if we thought maybe it was denied too, because if we were too close to the property line of our neighbors, we could always move it.
Right, so I think it was only denied based on this because of the containers, but you're leading into my next one, Chapter 11028, number 4, identifies that no outdoor display of goods or outdoor storage of equipment or materials used in a home occupation shall be submitted in a front yard. Such goods or equipment may be displayed elsewhere on the property if appropriately covered by a structure or screened by a fence or natural vegetation. And any such outdoor storage cannot occur within 20 feet of an adjacent property line. So I think you're gonna have to take a look at how to screen those trailers and whatever equipment as you move forward, and maybe you should be able to know some landscaping, though.
Maybe.
So then you can pick up the plans, and again, they can't be within 20 feet. It does give some flexibility to the board. Chapter 128 states, capital letter B, that the standards may be modified in the AG and R 1.5 and RR 1.5 districts upon a determination of the planning board that due to lot size, distance from neighboring property lines, residence, capacity of access roads, the presence of vegetation or topographic features, the home occupation would have no greater impact on the surrounding area. But I think because you have the ability to screen and move these objects, that we wouldn't recommend the board waive any of these requirements, that they leave those requirements in place. The project is accessed from a New York State highway, so we're suggesting that the plans and reports be sent to DOT as a notification to see if they have any concerns about the home occupation use along the state highway.
Will that require referral to county planning as well?
I think the special use permit will require a county planning referral, yes.
So I was looking into that it says that the home two or whatever it is,
Yes.
that it's only like classifies that if you have customers or clientele company, and I don't ever plan on having that. Like, it's just me pulling in and out of my driveway.
We're not sure if we circled the right one on top of our application.
Oh, I think it is.
Did we? Okay.
Yeah, I think it's a home
I'm not
two.
gonna lie, because I
Home ones are this
crossed
lower
it out and then I
category.
circled again.
And the home two kicks it into that special use permit.
Okay,
So that's what's gonna require, county referral,
okay.
DOT notification.
So your first thing would be to get rid of those two storage
Yeah, we gotta
containers.
get rid of those.
'Cause those have to go.
So
Okay.
we thought if we had, well, if we got approved for this, that we could keep those because
No,
You can't keep those.
no, for the
Oh.
code enforcement, that it's not allowed by town code.
Did you see the
because we
code
talked
letter?
to somebody earlier a few weeks ago and they said Roars has it because he owns a business. That lady in there told me.
You might wanna come
Well,
back.
he's not running that as a home occup, the only use of the storage containers is on agricultural in this, so you're gonna need to, I would check up with the building inspector again and see what actions he wants you to take to move this forward. But right now, we couldn't do it, that would be a zoning code violation, we can't move on this at all.
Oh no, that's why we didn't, like, we kept them, because when we were here a few weeks ago to talk about everything,
Right.
we brought up like how other places on this town have storage containers, and they said Roars has one because it's a business. They explained to us if you have a
Maybe in a
business,
different zone.
you can, if you had a business on here, you can do it, and we already were in the
Yeah.
midst of
We
getting a
basically,
business.
what we're saying is one of the town, or building inspectors told us that in order to keep them, we have to apply to be like a business.
No, the lady in the office.
Well, no, the one building inspector said.
Well, yeah, they both said it was with a business.
Yeah, right now, the building code enforcement's gatekeeper letter, as I'll call it, says the only business that would legalize storage containers would be agricultural,
Okay.
parentheses farm. Even if the special uses proposed or approved, the storage containers are not mold letters, all that.
Okay.
Oh, wow, okay.
So you're utilizing those storage containers too?
Yeah, it's for like seed, like I store seed and stuff for the work.
The only other way would be to get a variance for that, probably.
You have to go to the ZBA.
You know, a
for
different
that.
board and get relief.
Zoning board, you'd have to go through.
Another one?
Yeah.
Are they gonna have the keys to get it?
Not today.
Not today, right?
I'm the only one right now.
But other than that though, if we could talk to that guy or not, if we can or not, but if we get rid of the storage containers,
Your
then we can move
application can
forward.
move forward.
Okay, alright. So, once they are removed, now here's the thing, do we come back here and let you guys
Yes.
know? Okay,
Come back and let whoever is gonna replace Liz know,
Oh, okay.
and they'll work with you.
Okay. Okay, this, okay. I'm getting this all.
Okay.
Okay, because I was like, I don't know if I talked to those nice people, that lady with the building.
Yeah, it would be in this office over
Okay.
here.
And then she's like, do I have to fill out another application
No,
No,
you filled out,
no.
so you're good.
now? Okay, that's why I just wanted to make sure, at the end of the day, we just wanna make sure we're doing this correct. Cause we're just trying to save money and not rent a place either, as he's just starting out business.
No,
And saves on gas.
I can understand that.
Okay. So then, if we do everything, maybe in the next couple of weeks, if we come back in the month, you guys have it every,
We meet twice a month,
twice a month? Okay,
the first, or the second and the fourth Tuesday of the month. That's
okay,
when we meet.
okay. And then that's good. Okay. And I'm good. Alright, then, this is great. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Nice meeting you all.
Yes, you too, have a good night.
You too. I'll leave this in case next person.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Oh.
Yeah.
Here we are, come on, we'll go over.
Like storage containers, those big things that fits on top of a truck or something. 'Cause there's
Wait,
one
wait a
on the
minute.
street here, somebody's got one. They're just sitting there picking up what's
Can we wait for mommy?
Yeah.
Dad, can you bring my tablet in the truck?
Oh, you're going with me?
Appreciate you. You have a great day.
You do.
Good luck with your resume.
Yes.
Mr. Zonak?
Yeah, right. We started off on a rough start, but we're good.
Yeah.
We're in the building. So, we've been before the board a number of times, I don't think there's really rehash, but I'm sure the
No.
board's familiar with it, but, we had a bunch of changes. We resubmitted, I believe we resubmitted a second time, and so we're back here again, hoping that the board will, I know the last time I was here, we had a public hearing, we didn't make that under secret. And, I'm hoping that the board will be in a position to grant Mr. Zelenak a conditional final approval. I do have past comments, so, I'll go through them real quickly, and Pat can tell me yes or no. But on number 2, so we have been in the DEC with our submittal, I think probably about 90 days now, over 90 days. And Orin is very good about every 2 weeks sending up to the DEC, can you please advise us on the status? And he gets a thing saying it's under review, it's still under review. Just for the record, this is actually a wetlands buffer permit, it's not an actual wetlands disturbance, it's only for a buffer. So I'm not quite sure why such a lengthy wait process, but the last one that I did had the same thing, and then the permit just appeared, and, so I'm not sure if that's gonna be the same case or not, but we don't think there's any impacts, it's a very small amount of wetland buffer disturbance. So we're hoping that the board would grant conditional approval subject to that permit, which is coming. And, under comment 3, under the security for the private, roadway, Warren had no problem with that, but of course, we really can't get to the point of posting bonds and fees and so forth until the board takes action on subdivision approval. And then, Warren, has indicated that the maintenance agreement, the right-of-way, has been submitted to the planning board attorney, and it's his understanding that it's been accepted by the planning board attorney, so that those documents have been submitted. So,
Is there a small change to that proposal or something like that?
Yeah, there's one customer poll that's on that, there. I just wanna make sure that this is on this lot, and I just wanna make sure that they have access to this. I don't think the driveway maintenance specifies that, because that's actually on this property which I own. I just wanna make sure they have access. It's in the right of way, and they'll be responsible, but that's owned, and that's owned. Central Hudson comes across on either customer pulls in this ground. So I'm just waiting for the paragraph.
Alright, so on comment number one, the actual limits of disturbance have kind of grown and grown and grown, and they've been continuing to grow, as we added more detail, and so finally, and I don't know, Pat, if you saw it, I sent it to you yesterday, I don't know if you looked at it, but we did go back again and make sure that the limits of disturbance included all of the contour areas, so that, you know, we obviously are getting close to an acre. We want to stay under an acre. This is an existing, common driveway, which is being widened, and so, but it's there, and obviously there's gonna be site disturbance, but when you do all that, and, I mean, and you include everything, I believe, to the square foot, we're coming up with 0.97 acres of disturbance, of which 0.23 is contained within that, which is the actual existing driveway that's there now. And based on our profiling, we believe we're not gonna need to dig it up, and most of the area we can pretty much add to the additional item 4 surface. So that being the case, the net disturbance is still well below an acre. So I am of the opinion that we would not need a stormwater pollution prevention plan for this application, and I think we're still below 1 acre of site disturbance. So with that, I'm hoping that the board can grant Mr. Zelenak a conditional approval subject to these remaining items.
So I did get this plan yesterday, I took a look at it, I am concerned, actually Jonathan and I even had a conversation, we're both concerned, how close you are to 1 acre. I think this grading can be tightened up in some places, you know, around the hammerhead here and such, that we could get that lower than the 9.7. I know that you did the calculation for the road, but we're showing grading down the entire roadway, so I would like, I'm concerned that you're, you know, 3/100ths of an acre, that's a couple of shovels really here.
Okay.
So I think, and I just took a look at it quick, but I think the grading in this area could be tightened up.
Yes.
I think this grading area could be tightened up.
I mean, we could actually put a little gate in there.
That would, even here, would tighten that up.
Okay.
And then I think you'll be well under the acre. I just think I don't want anyone, I don't want the town get in trouble, I don't want you to get in trouble.
Okay.
When the DEC looks at this, they're probably gonna say 0.97,
Okay.
300, so that way it's too close for my level of comfort to expose the town to having someone go over the acre. And then I just think once that's tightened up, I think limits of disturbance being demarcated in the field, so that you don't go over the acre would be important to warrant construction fencing or something along the limits of disturbance. But I think you'll agree that 3/100ths of an acre is pretty small when you're you know moving dirt with bulldozers and such. I think there's the ability to.
Everything be done on
Yeah,
this
I
side.
think this could all be tightened up here. You know, bring the grading right into in those areas, and I think you'll rapidly be under 0.9.
Okay.
And I just, you know, I don't feel comfortable with it being that close.
So redesign the road profile.
The road profile stays the same.
Okay.
It's the grading on the edges here, that this,
we can-
you could grab this contour here and kind of, you know, bring it right around. I don't know how to design this thing. We pull these in,
Okay.
and then this one pulls in right in next to it through here.
Yep.
Similarly
I
here
think-
we're way out, I don't know why, because this could come in, you know, similar to this.
I mean, if the board doesn't have a problem with doing like even like a small wall or something here, then I can take that whole triangular area on both sides off.
That's fine. I think that goes a long way. You have those here now you're using. Maybe where you're losing this wall here a little bit, you can. But I just think it should be, for a level of comfort, you know, I'm thinking 0.9 is a minimum that we wanna, just in case the bulldozer goes astray a little bit or something. Cause over the acre brings some pretty serious ramifications for you and the town.
And
You're still waiting for your DEC permit, so I think you got a little time, so. Unfortunately, I just got this yesterday, or
Okay. No, I get it. So I just,
So just a line clear though,
center line profile stays the same.
right, but what we're showing with the interaction of the grades, is this technically wrong? That we can
No, it's
move
not,
it
it's
to the
bigger,
center?
no, it's not wrong,
It's,
it's,
we can tighten them up so not to go, not to grade so far down. We can come back with it. So, here I don't really see anything other than, I mean, if you look at it, these are 4 or 5 feet between the two quarters.
Yeah,
So
there you go.
if I put a small gradient right through here, this whole,
That goes away.
it's
Rock fill basket.
a rock wall, basically. So if you
Fence.
don't want the cage one, if you have something else, so he knows exactly what he wants to build here. So he's very particular about how he wants to do it.
I just wanna build it.
Yeah, I
So, whatever kind of wall you feel comfortable with, I'll show on the plan.
But I'm not telling you you need a wall, I think tightening some of this grading might.
Okay, so then
I'm gonna let you look at that.
tighten it 0.9, come back.
Yeah, I think it gives everyone a level of comfort, you and, I mean, the DEC may look at this number too and tell you you're not getting your wetland permit, because it's,
Okay.
Okay, we'll go back and see where we can trim more.
but your road profile itself doesn't change.
Yeah, a lot of it kind of in between the wall, actually works out pretty well.
Yeah, no, preserving those lots is a nice feature.
And this just seems like ludicrous.
Yeah, you're out there too.
I mean, I know what this is, there's just no reason. we should
Take a look at that too, if you
Yeah,
can.
there's no reason why we need to pull this all the way through. We can probably get rid of these contours, that'll save another 10, I didn't go through that heavy exercise because I know I'm below an acre. So I mean, if you take every point of that all the way around, it is 0.97, and I figured with the existing driveway there, that's there now, that includes that.
It's still gonna be disturbed on the grading,
Okay, well, we're waiting on the DEC anyways, I appreciate that.
Okay.
Okay.
Good night.
Thank you very much.
Well, 3 acres, 120 square feet.
It's not much.
It's, yeah, 3 sheets of plywood.
Okay. National Green Pioneers Rescue.
I don't know who got what. I'm assuming, that you received the email from the the sound engineer who answered further questions that were, I printed it out.
When I got that.
Okay, because you had asked for, noise levels at all the different quadrants.
Mhm.
So I asked him to do that. And then, you had asked about,
The types of
the
dogs.
types of
Yeah.
dogs.
Well, just so it's an accurate comparison,
He,
so we know.
so he wrote, he can't say because he doesn't remember, it's over 20 years ago that he did this study. He says, anecdotally, I'm skeptical that noise level is correlated with breed or size of dog. It seems like even small dogs can generate very loud barks. As you point out, the actual nuisance of the noise depends on frequency content, so smaller dogs may actually be more readily audible. But I wouldn't expect 6th Great Pyrenees to produce more total noise than a mixed group of 45 dogs. So I've got this, these are the printouts that go with the noise study, which, I have copies, no, I don't know if I have enough copies of
I've got mine on my
but you got it. So this, and this got sent out a while ago, I don't know.
If she needs.
Here, I'll give you that one back, because he's got one.
I just didn't know if you had that. Thank you.
So that might, if you haven't seen that, that might address your questioning that you had written yesterday, that
Yeah.
you thought,
So, yeah, and I just, we received the noise study and some of that supplemental information. I asked around the engineers in my office and no one felt comfortable reviewing the noise study. Knowing the level of public interest there, I'm suggesting to the planning board that my office hire a qualified consultant to do that review of the noise study.
I feel like it's written in very lay terms,
I just
and
wanna
there's
make sure that-
I wrote something yesterday, and I thought it would go to the board, and I responded, I think, I'll pass it around, and you'll have to excuse me if I was a little
This is-
angry.
this-
Yes.
Yeah, I
we
think we
have
just
these.
received it tonight.
Okay, so the way I feel about that is, you would ask questions about quadrants. You know what you're looking for, the decibel ratings. Those have been provided to you. We know what the decibel ratings for the town, under town law are. And we even the person here who, the people who wrote the Mercure letter, they did their own assessment, and they're not professionals at all, but they understood what they were doing, and even though they based it on 25 Great Pyrenees barking at once, they still got below the town levels for even nighttime. So I feel like, did you get a copy of this?
I just received that today.
Okay, so
Tonight,
I
actually.
feel like the study is pretty transparent and can be readily understood by an engineering firm, even if they don't specialize in sound. I feel like,
So I'm just gonna bring that to the board with if they would like to get a sound expert to take a look at the variables that were plugged into this and the noise and such.
it's 55 at night and 65 during the day. I created it short. Yeah. And of course, the dogs are in at night.
8 to 8, right? 8 AM to 8 PM.
Yeah, if we have to adjust that, if that is a problem I think your noise for nighttime starts at 7, we can adjust that. I think the study that he,
So, but my question is, how are we gonna have somebody come and do a study if we don't have the dogs there to do it? Where would they do the
No,
study?
I'm not suggesting to do a study, I'm suggesting that someone with some more expertise in noise and sound.
Interpret
Review the study.
Oh, gotcha.
They went as far as having an engineering consultant do that, and I think with the amount of public input and the fact that we do have to eventually make a secret finding on this, that the study should be reviewed by someone competent in noise studies.
So you guys would hire,
We would hire someone
okay,
to take a look at it. I don't see it being an astronomical, there's not a large volume of data there, but we wanna make sure that the data that was provided to us is acceptable.
and I understand where you're coming from, but you were here also for that meeting, and that is the biggest thing for the residents on Hall Hughes and Carroll Lane, and, the,
Just all surrounding residents.
right,
sure,
all the
I
residents.
understand, and that's why, even, it was funny, we were like ships in the night, because I was busy getting the sound engineer, and you were busy telling me what a sound engineer should look for. But I knew we had to do that, and, we paid a good chunk of money and it's not easy to get a sound engineer that knows. The reason why this worked was, he's like, I have the data from the other kennel,
Now, you said that data is from how long ago?
2005.
So that's 20 years
Yeah,
ago.
but
They
the
still-
dogs are.
Right, they still bark the same, right.
I think that's right on the money. We're having somebody that knows this do the assessment because of the public input. It is a hot button. If we cross our i's, dot our i's and cross our t's, it'll be better for the project.
I think the residents would feel much better about it as well, if they know that we actually did our due diligence. And, because when we got all those, written letters from everybody, that was the biggest
But
thing.
you know what, I didn't print out the mature letter. She did her assessment, she started out with one or two, or however many dogs barking, and she got to 40 dBA, which is what we got to.
Right.
Then she said, but if you have 25 dogs, and she got to 55, and 55 is the nighttime level for town. And you know, one of the things that nobody realizes, they're not all gonna bark. They don't bark all the time. They bark when something alerts, triggers them, whereas some dogs bark just all the time. You know, they're listed as like a medium barker compared to, I don't know, Chihuahua or something, that'll bark all the time. And it's a small kennel. This is not, you know, it's a small kennel on a huge footprint of land. So we thought it was time to put this to rest. We thought we did our due diligence on this.
Back here, so-
So that's why it's higher, because it's closer to the west property line.
So that's the west property line, but there's no homes there. So the loudest,
This is
yeah.
Tyke's house right here. Actually, right
And I
here.
think that gentleman's concern was that he may have ideas to do something else with his property. He wanted to
Yeah,
make sure
he's gonna put a cabin in the back of his
And-
property,
and
well,
back
the back of
there.
his mother's property, which would be probably about the same distance or a little bit further back from the kennel, you know their property.
Right.
Yeah, it would probably be around here, because he must have put a house here at some point.
So, yeah, it would be, yeah, and he's got this is where the buffer is the greatest.
Right.
That's 300.
And between your house and their house, you guys share a field as well. You guys have
Right.
half the field, they have the other half of the
Right.
field, so that's, if he puts a house back here, that'll be a,
Or maybe he wants to sell his
oh, she's still here.
Yeah.
It's gonna be 102, she's still here.
I think we did the distance, no.
Did you do it from her house? Cause this is their barn,
Yeah,
and then
So
this is the
your
mobile
property
home.
line. So it's not to the houses.
Right, so they
no,
share,
that's the west, that's to here.
their property line, the property line they share is a field that goes right
Oh,
down the
sorry,
middle,
there.
is how it splits
Right.
between Mrs. Tice and them.
I can tell you. Look at the arrows, this is one of those out, they came as. I think he did one that's a little closer. So it's gonna be a difference of what, 20 feet or so. So the noise would only lessen. And,
Pat, do you have the name of a firm?
I don't have, I have a couple that I utilize, my friends utilized in the past.
Okay.
And I would just solicit quick proposals from them.
Okay.
I can share them with the board members before it's
I just-
reauthorized.
I wish a month has gone by, I wish, now, we're gonna wait another month on this? Is there a way we
Well,
can?
you have, health department approvals for the septic system outstanding.
No, we don't. No, we have, you mean from Ulster County? No, we don't need that, we're going through
DEC then.
the DEC, we sent you that. We sent you that. You already have that in your letter stating that the
The
DEC has.
DEC says they're gonna have to issue a speedies permit.
Right, but they're giving us the approval to do it.
No,
It's a letter of authorization for coverage under speedies, general permit.
okay, I don't know that I have that in my file.
We sent that twice, I could. Yeah,
And then I know the board talked last time about doing a field visit. I don't know if that's occurred.
No, we didn't do it.
So we have not got to
The three of us get together and do that.
yeah, but you do have the DEC authorization, that's what I thought. you're agreeing that, you agreed that you have it, and then it looked like you're asking for the Ulster County Department of Health. So see, that's what you wrote, status of the Ulster County Health Department approval. And then you had noted that the New York State DEC says that it's the proper agency to review over 1,000 gallons per day. And that is
So
correct.
I do have that now, okay. Now, okay.
So number one is good.
We're good on number one, right?
Yep, you have DEC approval. As long as the health department didn't want to see it, it's not one of their regulated systems, I guess.
Right. I'm told they only,
So then the only outstanding is the noise study and the planning board's field review that they were gonna do.
And what about number two?
I did get,
so,
so yeah, on the wastewater, I just noted that there was 30, in the design calculations, it said 35 cages. And I just know we've always talked about 25.
that's right, and we're gonna have
So if
25.
the septic is over-designed, that's fine.
Yeah, that's all it is.
I just wanted to make
So
note
two
that
is good.
That's-
the septic
that's-
design does say 35 cages.
Yeah, for all
And
we
the
know, it
apartment.
could be something else, it could be used for, expanding, you know, I don't know. Let's say we put a house up there or something, we could use that, you know.
Well, you're coming back here if you're putting a house.
Or I'm coming back here if we go to 35 dogs. Anything we do, we know we're coming back, yeah.
So Pat, for number five, we're going through the same thing we just did with the previous applicants before. They're at 0.9
Yeah,
liters.
so 0.9 is, I'm comfortable with that.
That you're okay with
That's
that?
10th of an acre, it's not 0.97.
Okay,
0.97 is a big difference.
five is good.
It's just getting too close for comfort. Here they delineated that. At some point, we have to declare less than an acre, but that last one was a little close. And then we did receive the highway superintendent's comment since this. Yep.
So we only have 3 and 4.
Oh, this-
3 is for us to come and do a site visit.
Right, and a noise study.
Right, and the noise study.
Not to hold you to it, what do you think the turn time would be on that?
Well, I'll make sure that it's quick, yeah, put that caveat in there, whatever you. And I don't think it's a heavy lift, I just want someone qualified to say, you know, any assumptions they put in there are correct.
I think I'm in agreement with that, just only because of
I think we
the,
owe it to the public, that was
Exactly.
that we heard.
yeah.
We wanna get it right, because
That's right.
otherwise,
We don't want it to come back to bite us in the butt or you in the butt.
Or you.
So I think we definitely should do the noise study and Pat will put a quick thing on it, so hopefully it can last another month for you.
Okay, and
I mean,
I
we'll plan
apologize, my letter was a little strong,
No,
because I
it's
was
okay.
like, oh, no.
It gets tense, we get it, but the three of us will
I haven't
definitely
even seen
talk
this.
and come
Oh,
I just
to
got it tonight.
Okay, so do we have to make a motion for the noise study or?
Yeah, I think that would be good to authorize MHE to solicit a consultant, and I'll provide you a copy of the proposal. before it's
I'll make a
authorized.
motion that MHE Engineering.
I'll actually probably have the proposal made to you folks, so you can authorize the chairman to sign.
So they're not doing a noise study?
No, they're not doing it.
You're
We're
reviewing
Yeah, we're not rehashing, we're gonna take your data and information
And
and
analyze.
whatever assumptions they used and their distance and the depreciation of the distance.
Was there a bigger study or was it just that one page?
No, there was a letters.
Yeah, so that's
Oh,
just the findings. right?
Yeah,
Yes.
I assumed everyone had that,
Yes.
that was a couple,
Yep.
that
Couple
was
meetings
May.
ago.
And then, what I just passed out was early June, I was, right after the May meeting, I asked him the question.
Okay.
And he just sent it to me by email.
Yeah, we received it at the last meeting that we were at.
That was the sound study by AKRI.
Yes.
Yeah.
I know I have it, because I sent it around my office.
The sound study or?
Mhm.
Yeah, I have this, but it's got some marks on it. But you can have it. Reminder to get cut sheets.
Yep, I'll take that just in case. But I know I have it because I sent it, right?
And you understood, what I said about the, I got some cut sheets, but.
Yeah.
Yeah, there aren't a lot available.
I did see that.
Yeah, but
Yep.
we're gonna do, 45, I'm sorry, my brain's not, STC, right? The STC rating of 45 or better. So that means it would be well insulated, sound wise, and of course, you know, history wise.
Okay, so we're ready for motion to refer to, have MHE Engineering outsource the noise study to be looked at by an outside agency that has expertise in this area.
Second.
On the vote?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye. That's passed, okay. So the only other thing, we got, three of us are gonna schedule an appointment, come see you, walk the property.
Oh, okay. You want me to be there? I can.
Either one, so
Oh,
it doesn't
okay.
matter.
Yeah, all right, yeah.
Will you contact us?
No.
On the original?
Here, Carol, you wanna write your number down or Andrew's number for me, and then we'll get in touch with you guys and plan that.
It's easy to do it. I just put mine here. I'm just gonna,
4252?
Yeah.
Got it, okay.
Okay, question. I know you referenced that the AI generated renderings are not a clear depiction of what's actually going there. Last meeting we spoke, you were removing all of the exterior entryways from the outside of the U.
I
That's
didn't
what we
do
spoke.
anything.
No, it's because it's showing up on here again, so. I
Yeah,
wanted clarity.
not on that we're keeping.
So
that
where
is-
is this exactly? Because this looks like on the exterior of the U, you're going to have outside cages for every
Yes.
dog.
Every dog.
But you said at the last meeting you were getting rid of the exterior
No,
one, so
no,
it's
no.
just gonna be the interior U. That's what you said at the last meeting, I thought.
No.
That's why I want clarification.
No, I don't think I said that. What, I thought the problem was this depiction,
Right.
Shows just on the inside view,
yeah.
and that's what I thought you said at the last meeting, that that's all you were
Yeah,
going to
I
do.
just, I had Matt Town, the engineer,
Mhm.
write somewhere that this is just for reference and it's not accurate.
Well, that's why I was
This is
asking,
more accurate.
but this
this-
is exactly what I thought you said you weren't going to do. That's why I'm curious.
No, we are not, this is wrong. This is right.
So you're not doing the inside of the U.
Oh, it is in the inside of you
So
as well.
so this part is correct.
So you're gonna
As
say
long as
the
it's
Yeah,
inside
inside.
and
that's
outside.
that's
So that's
correct,
correct.
but this is not correct. See, over here,
Okay, that's not how I remember that conversation
And
going.
inside,
I will
yeah.
have to check the minutes.
yeah, this is incorrect because it doesn't show the cages. And my point was, I can't, I have a really hard time working, I was using Claude
Why would you need
to
this?
To
generate,
generate this.
yeah.
Because the whole question was how many will be outside
Oh,
at
okay.
one time, and you said to prevent all dogs from being outside at all times, you're going to remove it from the exterior part. Because remember, you said you're gonna have 3 different areas for dogs,
Right.
2 or 3 at a time.
That's not there, that's,
No, that's part of the larger area.
right, that's right.
Understood, but my question following that up was how many will be outside at one time if they all have access to
Oh, and
the
I-
exterior?
And I wrote
And your
something.
response was, oh, we're not doing it on the outside of the U, just the interior of the U.
No, my response, I wrote it
So
wrote
two
it,
dogs are face to face.
to you guys somewhere.
Well, this was verbal, so I haven't seen a written response to
It
that
was
particular
also
question.
written somewhere. My response is, we don't know how noisy. There's gonna be 6 dogs out, 6 dogs out, 6 dogs out, 6 dogs out. In the morning, they gotta go out.
Mhm.
We don't know what it's gonna be like. If, you know,
It is sounding like you're moving the goalposts
No,
from the
no.
beginning, because it wasn't supposed to be this many dogs out at one time.
no,
throughout the
in
day.
the field,
Yeah,
there's
no, no.
only 6 dogs out, but in the morning, they have to go out in their pens. So, and those same 6 dogs, there gonna be no dogs out in the field in the morning.
The whole question was how many outside at one time and the capability of how many outside at one time.
Okay, and
And now it seems like all dogs theoretically can be outside at all
I'm
times.
not saying that they will, I'm saying,
I'm going based on what the image shows as a possibility. And is that not a possibility you're saying?
well,
That's the whole point. I'm trying to figure out how many can be outside at one time, including the ones in the field.
okay, so morning comes, there are no dogs in the field.
Understood.
They've gotta go out to
No, I understand they have their
right.
business to do.
We don't know what the sound will be like. First of all, we can't let them all out physically. We don't have the ability to let them all out at once. But what we could do, you know, there's about 6 pens here. This one, I think, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 7. Oh, but these don't get used. So let's say 6 dogs go out on this side. We don't know if we take 6 dogs out on this side almost simultaneously. We don't know what the noise level is gonna be like.
That's the whole thing I'm trying to get to.
But no one knows. We can't do a sound study like that.
But that's what the public, I think, wants to know what the maximum volume will be. Because you just said 25 dogs all at once, variable dogs.
We can't physically do 25 at once.
And that's why I'm trying to figure out what the maximum amount allowed outside will be.
This is how I'm imagining it. We let these dogs on this side go out.
So
There's an easy way to get them back in, which is to have their food ready. They go back in, doors closed. Then we let 6 dogs out there. As for these dogs are internal, they're inside. We can experiment.
Well, you're saying 6 allowed outside at one time, right?
Yeah.
That's including
Well,
the inside view.
We'll see what happens. If no one can hear it, then
it's not a problem.
It's
But
not a
we're
problem.
trying to understand how the operation's gonna run, which seems different than when you first came in my understanding. That's why I'm asking for clarification.
no, when we were talking about 6 dogs out in the field, and that's where,
And that's when I asked, what about the
right.
individual pens? How many will be allowed outside during the same time frame? That's what I'm trying to get.
And what I wrote it to the board in a letter. I think.
I'm not sure I saw it, so
Okay.
I'm not gonna see it.
And so what I wrote was, we're gonna need to experiment. We do not wanna be a nuisance. We'll figure it out. But if you figure that 12 of these dogs are gonna be inside the U, and you're also gonna have if you have dogs over here, the people over here might not hear it. And if you have dogs over here, the people might not hear it from
But
that
if you have
direction.
dogs here and then 6 in the
No,
field.
we're not gonna do that. No,
Okay.
because this is like breakfast time and this is.
So these pens are only to be used first thing in the morning.
Well, they'll be used at other times.
Well, that's what I'm trying to figure out. If you have other dogs in the field, how many will be
Will be
allowed
in a
outside?
pen. How many will be in a pen while 6 dogs are out in the field?
I'm just trying to find out how
We're
this is
gonna
gonna work.
we're gonna experiment, because we may have just the inner fields, the inner part. We don't know how that part's gonna work. We don't know what kind of sound.
Well, then, do you understand why I'm trying to find that out now? Because
Right.
we need to know the sound.
But you know what?
It's
gotta
almost
say-
impossible to know at the moment. I got that.
Right, but it's also, if we gave it to a sound engineer, they wouldn't do it. Because nobody can calculate the sound with the building, or maybe they would, but.
They'd have a theoretical is my guess, but I understand the point you're making.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to say the public has an issue with the potential sound effect.
Right,
I'm trying to understand, because it sounds different from when you first came in, what the maximum amount of dogs outside throughout the day will be.
right,
I'm just trying to understand what that's going to be and the assumption of the noise level,
right.
which is why I
I
asked.
mean, the other thing is that we're assuming on this whole, what we're talking about, we're making the assumption that they're all barking.
We have to test, I'm assuming, the highest possible volume.
Yep.
And it's tough. I'm
Yeah.
not saying it's easy. I'm just trying to understand what the potential ramifications are.
Yeah, I mean, don't forget, if they're in their pens and they're barking a lot, we just pull them in. You know, and
And you'll learn which dogs are barkers and which ones aren't.
Exactly, and we can
But-
take the barkers and we can put them on the interior
Mhm.
of the U. In fact,
No, I understand that there's
Yeah.
ways to mitigate it once the issue is
Yeah.
identified.
so we can't,
I'm just trying to identify what the maximum allowed outside at a given time.
Yeah.
And that's all I'm trying to figure
I
out.
think what we never differentiated is the word outside, and I appreciate it, it's because, no, there's the field and then the pens.
Well, field and the exterior pens are both outside, from
Right,
my
right, right.
understanding.
Well, yeah, but I mean, the pens are quite a bit,
Yeah, there's separation between them up here and them here.
yeah, they're, you get a further distance
Mhm.
from, we didn't do the sound study using the,
Well, I don't fully understand the parameters used in the sound study you're
we did it that
providing.
they're, okay, so.
That's why I'm a little confused about its reflection on
Can I,
this application.
Or, we did the sound study using the entire 1 acre. So in other words, the dogs would be barking, if they're barking,
No, I
They would-
understood.
they would be barking at the edges of here. Right?
Mhm.
So there's, a distance extra there, whereas these pens, the pens, they're closer in, the ones inside there, these pens would be right near the trees.
Mhm.
So there's gonna be a little less sound. As I say, we will experiment. If we have the barkers, we put them inside the U. If they bark way too much, we can keep them inside. We have the living room area. We can adjust this and,
But I'm still trying to understand the maximum amount of dogs, both field and external, because I believe they have access to go out into their pens at any time they want, up until 8 o'clock at night and 8 in the morning, correct?
not necessarily.
Well, I'm trying to
But
understand
that's,
what,
that's
that's
what
what I'm
I
trying to
mean,
get at.
is that this is what we need to figure out based on how much they bark. If we are letting them out inside the field, this is an old version.
Yeah.
This has the divisions of the fences, so there's 2 and 2 and 2. Those guys are out. It doesn't mean that a dog has to be allowed to be outside in their pen all the time. Just because we have the pen.
No, understood,
Yeah,
and
so-
they'll go outside when they want to.
Well-
I'm
It
just,
could be. I mean, is it theoretically, looks like every dog
could be outside,
out,
that's,
taking care of their business in the morning.
In the morning.
and they could
But-
be incredibly quiet, or they could all get something in their system that day. I'm just trying to understand
Or we
the
just,
maximum outside.
we probably will not have, I don't see how we can have all 25 out at once. We would
Mhm.
have 6, feed them, 6, eat them, in here, 6 and 6,
But that's just the beginning of the day, or
that's
lunch
the
or dinner.
beginning of the day. And
It's
then,
throughout the day,
then we could figure out a system that works. I mean, maybe we get, the main thing is that they get to spend, let's say, 2 hours in the field.
they
That's
need their
what's
outside
more
time.
important than
Mhm.
being in the pen.
Is there something separating the field from this? Because can these dogs that are gonna be out in the field be able to come over here and cause these dogs to be barking? Is there gonna be a separation between them? Or is this one big open, this is where the dogs are gonna sleep and whatever, and then when you let them out to run, this is where they'll be? Is it,
You know what, I think you all have a much more recent, one, and that will show it better.
Mine doesn't show multiple,
The
like you
pen,
said,
yeah,
there's,
here it is, it
Yeah.
shows them here on our map.
Yeah,
But then my question is, so we've got them out, let's just say we have 6 dogs out here.
Yeah.
Now we have 6 dogs out here.
Yeah.
What is the separation from these guys being able to come over here and get these guys all barking, and you've got 12 dogs now all barking? Or
well,
is this just gonna be one big open thing?
no, this is divided into 3.
yeah, and I don't know if any of our plans reflect that, that's why, when you
Okay,
said
so
that.
one,
These show
two,
that, and the dogs can get over there.
Well, no, they can't,
There's a
because
larger-
the building's
This is
in the
that same
way.
thing.
The building is,
right, this is the one, okay, so it's bigger than ours,
so
right?
these dogs,
Is that what those are?
There's
Those are
three
not divided?
triangles.
Yeah.
Okay.
yeah,
Oh, that is what that is, my apologies.
Okay.
But they can get up to the fence, each one.
No, they can't, the ones here
Yeah.
can get to those
Yeah.
pens, yeah,
Right.
but that doesn't mean there are gonna be dogs in them.
But just for ha-has, we have 6 dogs out here, and we have 6 dogs out here, so we'd have a total of like 12 dogs out.
They have to be in this one to get to these guys.
So what is what is this that's separating?
Yeah,
That's a fence.
That's gonna be fenced.
Yeah.
Okay. So these guys over here would be able to get over here, these guys would get, but these guys wouldn't be
Yeah.
able to get here or here.
But
So
as I
if
say-
if you had 6 dogs over here, you could potentially have 6 dogs here and they wouldn't be able to get to each other.
Oh, yeah, for sure,
Okay.
but what
Okay.
we could do is have, let's say there were 6 dogs out here.
Mhm.
We could put 2 out here.
Okay.
You know,
Right.
there's a,
I'm just thinking, in my brain, I'm thinking there's a distance between these dogs and these dogs, and that you wouldn't have these dogs and these dogs out at the same time, so there wouldn't be like, a potential of 8 to 12 dogs out at the same time.
right,
Okay,
yeah, we're gonna, that's their time to play. The pen is not as important for them as their playtime in the field.
Mhm.
So,
The only reason time in the pen is important for us is to know the sound potential.
right,
That's what I'm trying to understand.
Yeah.
Maximum amount outside at a time.
right,
And unless they're like time controlled gates where they can't go outside at certain times,
oh,
that's the only way to mitigate
yeah.
25 out at once.
Yeah, and I'm looking into it, it's expensive, but, there are remotes that we could use.
I'm just looking at ways to
And so,
address the concerns of the
so
public.
let's say morning, there's no one in the field, morning comes, we let 6 into these pens. And then maybe at the same time, we can let 6 out there, because they're facing different directions.
Mhm.
And then, then we do this, and then after everyone's fed and everything, then we start,
letting them do their run
Yeah.
time.
Yeah.
Okay.
it's all adjustable, and my phone has a decibel reader. We don't wanna be a nuisance, we just wanna make sure that they get out to pee in the morning.
No, and that's understandable. I'm not
Yeah,
saying not to do that. I'm trying to
Oh,
understand
yeah.
the maximum amount
Yeah.
of dogs outside.
yeah, it's,
Because the whole issue is noise to the public, so
no, I totally
the
get it.
fewer outside at a time, the lower amplification we're gonna hear.
Yeah, I
It
think
did
the
say-
misunderstanding was that the AI rendering is not
Well,
correct.
so, that's what worries me more, because now there's an increase of how many dogs can theoretically be outside at one time. Do you understand why I
Yeah,
brought that
I
up?
mean, but the drawing's correct, the.
My
site
understanding of
plan
our
and-
conversation last time then was incorrect with what I thought you had said.
You said there was a state regulation also regarding noise level,
Oh, inside the kennel.
and inside is gonna be louder than outside.
Well, again,
Depends what show's on.
I think one of the things is that, when we think of a kennel, I think of a shelter, and where you go in and the dogs are panicked and they're barking their heads off, and some of them know they're gonna die. And this is not what we have in mind. We have this boutique setup where they're gonna be pretty happy. They're gonna have the living room to lounge in. It's a whole different thing.
That's
And-
bougie dog life.
Yeah, and also with commercial kennels, they start at that 45 dogs is nothing, they go up. So again, there's just
But
more
it's
commotion.
a residential area,
Yeah.
that's the only difference
Yeah.
between, I'm assuming, a regular kennel. I don't know, maybe, I thought they were usually in business areas, but I could be
You
wrong.
would not believe, so
The places
I have on Facebook kennel properties for sale, and I see these gorgeous homes with these kennels all on 4 acres.
Okay.
And I'm like, yeah, we're not doing that.
All right, so our dues to you then are we're gonna set up an appointment to come visit you And then, we're gonna get the noise study done, and those are the last two things.
Another question. The fence you're gonna be using looks like that, correct? This
No,
lower- So
no.
what is the
fence I
mesh
was gonna-
fence you're gonna use?
That,
this guy?
and,
It's hard to see and,
sorry.
no, you're fine. I'm assuming
Yeah,
that's a piece of it right there.
and that's only 5 foot. So we're gonna do the 6 foot there, but that's, yeah, and the reason why we did the split rail, which is already up, we did it.
That's at
'cause-
the front of the house, but
Yeah,
that's at the house,
because
yeah.
it's nicer looking.
No, that's fine. I'm mainly talking
Yeah.
about the area to enclose the dog.
Yeah,
So that will be,
and we are burying wire.
yes, you
Was
said I
that-
think 9 feet, you said? 9 inches, I'm sorry. 9 feet, sorry.
Hey, here's a bigger deep.
Oh,
They're
it's
very
gonna
good
be
diggers.
this.
Yeah,
My apologies.
well, I
Which
never
is
had
this.
a dog video.
Yeah, you can see it better in this picture.
How far down in the ground does this go for digging into that?
And then 9 inches.
That was 9 inches.
I mean, we might do it, but we probably will. We have, in fact, we have a lot of, wow. There's Andrew.
Yeah, up the wire.
We have a lot of wire.
Is this the mesh that's around the one in the front that Daisy uses?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll probably use the same,
That's PVC coated?
river
Yeah, that's
dam,
just black
no,
PVC coated.
yeah. Well, they don't know. They're like, they start digging
That's true.
and
Yeah.
they're just,
So you could get out this way.
I never had, when I lived in New Mexico, I had some diggers, but the soil was very different. Like they wait for each other at the other side. But, here I've never had a digger, yeah.
If the case does happen where one does go down below 9 or 12 inches and does get out, are you going to go in and put more mesh fencing under it, a deeper layer, or how would you combat that?
Can't imagine, okay.
I just have to,
Okay, so,
because it was brought up,
we would, first of all, we'd figure out which dogs did
and
it.
then just keep them from.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it'd be more of a
And-
case by case
And
basis.
then we would fill that, we'd fill that and we'd put rocks in it,
Okay.
really. And, yeah, there's all kinds of other things we could do.
Okay.
if we
So
have-
doing that size, getting down to the 9 inch part and then going deep
Sliding.
enough to get that dog out, you're talking 2.5, 3 feet.
Yeah, it's pretty much impossible. They'd be digging quite a bit.
I'm good. Anybody else have anything?
One of us will be in touch with you to set up the schedule to come and visit.
Okay, great, yeah. Alright,
That'll
and
be soon.
I don't even have the new plans. So,
That's not good.
no, because I was away when they came out. All right, thank you very much.
Thank you,
Thank
Carol. We'll
you.
talk to you soon.
Okay,
Did you drop a check off?
oh, I have. Good catch. The reason why I haven't filled it out yet was I wasn't sure who to fill it out to. Is it to Plattekill?
Right here.
Good one.
No,
I
is
have
it
a check inside. Hold on, I'll
Yeah,
tell
do you
you.
have? Sorry, that was
That
very
was
poor
good. No,
taste.
you did it really well.
You got lots of pictures of that thing, doesn't it?
Yeah, I know. A bad joke is
It's on
never
tape,
good.
it's on video. Hey, what do you think?
Carol, this one
thought it was
is just
being
read out to town of Plattekill.
Okay. And it's 1,000, right?
Do not,
Yeah.
do we have the motion for what it was for last week?
Let's see.
No, it's in the notes.
It's in the, should be in the notes.
Looking
$1,019.75.
What?
How much?
Really, the $19?
$1,019.75.
Oh, no, I already wrote that, okay.
No,
that was
that's
the
fine. I don't know what. I
Oh,
don't have
No, no, that's not correct. That's the bill I think was paid.
Yeah, that's the
that
bill.
was the.
This is to replenish the extra.
Yes, right, yes.
So it's, that's why it was
It's
an
a-
even
yeah.
number.
1,000 should be fine. I just didn't remember what.
And
If we
anything
sent a
that's left
notice.
over, you get it back anyway, so.
No, it does not go to me.
No, my apologies. That was a very bad joke.
It was fun. I will put that in the notes.
Okay.
Yes.
It should be a vicious check. And I'm sorry if there was confusion over that.
I'm trying, because I know that's a big issue. I
Oh, yeah.
understand.
And I've been,
And if you have an idea, next time you come to the meeting, I wanna understand so we have something when the public checks.
I don't know how to,
It would just be limiting exposure for the dogs, and I know that's
yeah,
gonna be
all
a
I
work
can
in
think of
progress.
is the 6 and the 6.
But then we've got the entire day to.
Well, then they can be, yeah,
Well, we're just trying to, I'm just trying to figure out how to mitigate the noise so it's not a
because,
problem.
yeah, it's not,
That's what we're actually-
it is not a given that they have to be outside.
No, and it's not given that they're all gonna bark all at once.
And that's
I'm just
true.
trying to understand the possibility of the issue and how to mitigate it before we get to that point.
I honestly, that's what I wrote, is I don't have the answer.
No, and that's why I was hoping that
Yeah,
the sound study would give us some understanding of what it's like, cause
yeah, I don't,
I just wanna understand what we're
Yeah.
potentially looking at.
yeah, all I can say is we would work with it, we have our, to have a meter on my phone to measure
Decibel,
sound, and we would know our dogs, we
Mhm.
know who the culprits are. You know, when dogs come in, when they come in to rescue, they usually don't bark at all for weeks. They only start barking once they know the lay of the land.
And if they've got trauma, once they've gone past that a little bit.
Yeah, so they generally are pretty quiet. And then their personalities blossom and we see who we got. By then, we hope they're adopted.
And all these dogs don't come at once, right?
No, they don't come at
They sort
once.
of arrive,
Yeah.
they arrive.
Yeah,
What is, how quick are they adopted at?
I think
Um,
it's 4 months.
I think the average is about, I don't know these days, cause it's slowed down, but around a month. Yeah, when I was, fostering, but the last one was 5 months, but it turned out the volunteers sort of weren't going through they weren't using the applications that they got, it's kind of like,
Working at it.
yeah, they weren't working on it right, so it's always a challenge to get the right volunteers. That was
They were
the
having a good time
longest.
as a dog.
The shortest was 2 days, I've actually a bunch of them, usually a week, yeah, sometimes a week. They're beautiful dogs, yeah. Except Daisy. That's so beautiful.
She's adorable.
She's adorable, but she's not a beauty.
No.
All right, thank you.
There you go.
Thank you, Carol.
Okay, let's move along to the minutes.
I don't believe anybody was able to review them. I believe, Joe, you're halfway through them.
I'm about halfway through. I just found one minor thing, something that I had said,
So
or,
So we could table these.
I think
yeah,
we should
let's
move them to
table it
next
now.
meeting, yeah.
Okay, I'll make a motion, we table the minutes of Tuesday, June 9th for pending for further review.
I'll second that.
Okay, on the vote.
Aye.
Okay, minutes are tabled.
I do have a voucher for MHE Engineering for work done on Richmond 75 Alhusen Road. Now that we've received the check, we should still probably table it until it's in the escrow before paying it, or do you
That's
want
probably
to
a
do
good
it?
idea.
Yeah, because they only had, I think, $9.50 left, so yeah, until that's cashed,
So we'll
Oh,
table that to the
yep.
next.
Put that there.
So I'll make a motion that we table the voucher from MHE Engineering for work done on Great Pyrenees, I believe this is.
Richmond, yeah.
Yeah, Richmond, until the escrow account gets replenished.
Second,
On a vote?
Aye.
Okay. Did we have anything?
I don't think so.
Make a motion, we adjourn?
Can I ask one question? The first people, the landscaping man, where do they live?
4455.
yeah, they're right on 4455.
755, 4455.
755, okay, great.
Okay,
Second.
we're adjourned.
Aye.
Aye.